alone in my room, time after time. All I've got left is my will to survive, but I've got the fire burning inside, and I've waited so long for this moment in time. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. You can dream when you sleep, you can sleep when you're dead. The bitch is hungry and she needs to be fed. I'm not gonna have sand kicked in my face anymore till the day that I die. Show me the way, show me a sign, show me that this time it's my turn to shine. I'm gonna be so much better than you, 'cause this time it's all about me.
About me, it's all about me. Not you, it's all about me. Fuck you, 'cause it's all about me.
Early to bed, early to rise. Could I have a salad instead of the fries? The odds are against me, but what the hell? I'm gonna start standing up for myself. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. She was my true love, now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I failed, she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would. She understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need. But now she's dead and buried under the willow tree.
Translates to lost bread, and then later in the 16th century, Henry V.
Allez, c'est parti. Tout d'abord, comme il s'agit de pain perdu cuit au four, nous allons préchauffer le four à 400
The high school and college students who are experimenting with LSD will be running many of our institutions and guiding public policy.
Now the communists are killing your sons in South
Sometimes
Vietnam.
even torture.
I said there was communism on college campuses. Now the liberals are admitting that there's communism on college
College
campuses.
students who are using LSD and marijuana today do not comprise a criminal class. They are not drug addicts.
Reply to teacher Gabe was, well, the student knows that tomorrow we may lose his head in Vietnam or by an atomic bomb. He's not too concerned about the possibility of damaging a few brain cells with a trip on
They're
LSD.
your best educated, your most creative, and your most courageous young people.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask.
And like it or not, they're going to build you a new civilization.
And you can see that it's absorbing it quite well here.
Testing. Check. Checking the mic. Testing. 1, 2. 2. 2. Check. Help. Help. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to make tomato and cheese cookies. I know it sounds strange, it sounds like something that might taste shitty, but you'd be surprised to find out how many recipes combine sweetness and succulentness, such as a traditional dessert, with savory. Bacon wrapped chocolates comes to mind. Moroccan food, I think. I don't know. I was about to say something. I was about to delve into an area of expertise that I really don't have any expertise in, so I should probably just stop talking out of my ass and check in with you guys and see how you're doing. Lolwas69420 says, Henry be looking like a ghoul. No summer for Henry. Yeah. Thank you. And Caitlin's Kitchen says, Henry hasn't seen sun in months. I don't know if that's partly the lighting here. I have been in the sun. I'm not sure what's making me look so pale. It could be the lighting, but either way, yeah, feel free to make comments about my physical appearance. I like to say that there's really no wrong questions, there's only incorrect answers. Mega Gildy just resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you, Mega Gildy, and I think we've got a couple other alerts here. It says here, Mega Gildy says, my family told me that I am getting cut out of their wills if I don't go clean by 24 months. In other news,
I'm going to be cut out of my family's will next month. Yeah, so going clean can certainly have some advantages, but it has a lot of disadvantages as well. So I think you're making the right choice there. Sickly Boy has resubscribed at Tier 3 for 21 months. Thank you, Sickly Boy. And it says here, I think you look like a great chef and teacher today. Thank you very much. Red Pilled 2000 cheered 95 bits. Good morning, Henry. It's 2 p.m. here, but take my money. Gladly will. Thank you very much, Red Pilled 2000. Whimzig has resubscribed at Tier 1 for 28 months. Thank you, Whimzig. Got a few more here. I'm just going to run through them. Scuba Steve, thanks for resubscribing. And Scuba Steve wanted to say the heat of the meat is inversely proportional to the angle of the dangle. Okay, so that sounds like maybe a cooking reference, or it could be something else. I'm not sure. Mac Daddy has resubscribed for 8 months. 8 months of great recipes. Happy Sunday, Henry. Can't wait for today's stream. Awesome. And Dendra Leon has resubscribed for 8 months and says, holy guacamole. As well as Dark Ages resubscribing for 19 months. And Mochi's Nirvana has resubscribed at Tier 3 for 28 months. Thank you, Mochi's Nirvana, for all that you do. And I want to also say that Mochi's Nirvana is putting together an amazing stream for us Halloween, along with the other users and VIPs and moderators, etc. And we're going to have, I believe we're going to have another Halloween costume contest, which we've done before. As a matter of fact, maybe a fun thing would be if we looked at the video for that. I know we did it. What the hell is that? That's not it. That was, I think, something that Dark Ages put together. Or, not Dark Ages, Ageless. That's not it. Hold on while I try to find it. Nope. Hold on. Shit. Backup video. Here we go. Okay, yeah, here it is. Let's go ahead and watch it. Maybe this is the one from 2 years ago. Thank you, Ouija Board, for resubscribing for 13 months. And Lazulia and E-Lake _ and Into the Ink and Pug Lady 2600.
Cause I am tired.
Tony Perkis 118. Wow, there's so many of you.
And alone.
Maximus King of Spain has subscribed. Thank you for that.
Help me make it through.
Subscribers are really coming out. This is awesome.
Cause I don't like myself.
Boy, I'm getting all nostalgic with memories from looking at this.
I guess I'm just not interesting. I have no personality. I met a guy with cancer, and he felt sorry for me.
Reference.
I've never been a social guy. I'm always making children cry. I guess that's just the way it's meant to be. Help me make it out of bed, 'cause I am scared and sad. Help me make it through the day, 'cause there's nothing out there for me anymore. 'Cause I'm always coming in last place and getting dirt kicked in my face, and everyone pushes ahead of me and no one stops to care. And I curse the gods each day in vain for giving me this life of pain, when all I really need's a little hug. 'cause I am tired.
So be sure and get your Halloween contest submissions in. Mochi's Nirvana says maybe Henry will be Bono this year, or maybe he could play you. I think Bono is going to go as Henry's Kitchen. I'm not sure. Google D's Nuts has resubscribed for 26 months. Thank you so much, Google D's Nuts, for all of your support. Mze resubscribed for 3 months. Ouija Board, Bored, and I think that catches us up. I also want to thank for this background here. We have a background that was submitted to us by one of the users, Itch Bin Bacon. Thank you so much, Itch Bin Bacon. Let's take a look at some of our other ones here. Mochi sent us this one. Very pretty background. Anonymous just gifted a sub. Thank you to Patware. And Jose frickin' Perez has resubscribed for 24 months. 2 years of this. Help. Jose says, yeah, it's a fine line between whether being a user of Henry's Kitchen and all of its platforms is good or bad. Flying Starfish says, my sub ran out. Very sorry to hear that, but we don't judge here. Parasitosis, Turkey is blocking my view of these beautiful birds. Oh, that's right. These are wild turkeys. I'm assuming in Florida, maybe in Orlando. Okay. Wild Turkeys, of course, was a great song by the Rolling Stones. Game Master Flash gifted a tier 1 sub to Flying Starfish. Wow, very kind of you. So it's, Game Master Flash saw that Flying Starfish didn't have a sub and jumped in there, and that was nice. Midnight Faded has resubscribed at tier 3 for 10 months and says almost a year. Guys, this dude is great. Thank you, Midnight Faded, and great to meet you in Peoria 6 months ago, and I think you're going to come to Naperville. So we only have about 7 or 8 tickets left for Naperville, Illinois. This is Danny's Pub and Grill. What the fuck? Lisa T gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Lisa T. Very kind of you. Okay. So anyway, if you want to get tickets to Naperville, Illinois or Fairfield, Connecticut, all you have to do is just go to henryphillips.com/tour. henryphillips.com, and you can buy a ticket. Fat Honger cheered 420 bits. That's awesome. Thanks, Fat Honger. Always good to see you pop up here. And thanks again, Mochi, for that pick. Let's get through some other ones because we do have a lot of cooking to do. Oh, and I want to thank Phaedrus and Saguaro Ooh for our opening pick. Parasitosis. This is a very interesting one, and there's quite a long caption here. I'm going to read it right now. This is the kibble balance. It uses Planck's constant via electric current to measure weight. It is only calibrated to measure exactly 1 kilogram. This kilogram is what all weights are compared to in the US. Some other countries have a similar balance. On a side note, technically the US is metric based, though with some conversion we hide that fact and use pounds. Okay, I didn't realize we were metric this whole time because we were mostly using pounds to hide it. Very cool. Today's recipe seems to be in metric, so we're going to have to convert it, or the other way around. I don't know. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Cyanish. What the fuck? Midnight Faded just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, Midnight Faded. Wow, we're killing it in the sub department. We've gone way over 500, which is great. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So this looks like it's the show House, and it says Better a murder than a misdiagnosis. House MD. Very cool. House, of course, was a great show back when there were only like 3 shows that we were allowed to watch. And then, of course, Netflix and all these other ones started making original programming, and then we tended to dump the mainstream shows. But I actually miss them. I think this show is great. Hugh Hauser is the lead. He was very good. Dark Ages says, that's 2 farts in this stream. Good to know Henry's keeping his gut health in check with copious amounts of fiber. I don't know that these are farts. They're somebody tampered with the sound mechanism. But you know, I'm self-conscious about how pale I look. I'm going to see if there's something I can do. Maybe if I turn the lights on higher, and if I go into my filters, color correction, that's a little too pale, I would say. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Like a ghost. Oh, I can do this. I'm eating his ear. I've never really messed around with this stuff before, but I like that. Let's bring it back to sort of normal. Still pale here. Let's see if maybe contrast would be good. Yeah, but then it looks like I don't have top of my head. This is very uncomfortable. All right, let's change the background. Thanks again. Oh, there's a hue shift. Okay, that's a little less pale, I guess. All right, let's check this out here. What else do we got? BK sends us this one. This is cool. Interesting. BK, I guess, stands for Burger King. Piss Baby says, is this how you stream in the afterlife? Yeah, it did have kind of a ghost sort of a thing. Maybe if we make an original ghost show here at Henry's Kitchen, we can use some of those filters we were just messing with. Everyone type Forsen says, why is sleeping considered lazy, but going to bed early is not? Let me think about that. Well, there's this old saying, early to bed and early to rise. I think it's because if you go to bed early, that implies that you're going to wake up early as well. And it's the waking up early part that makes you not lazy. Probably goes back to when farming was done by 80% of the people here in the U.S. And waking up early implied that you were going to do some farming, and that's the opposite of lazy. What the fuck? Okay, so it looks like Game Master Flash just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Amazing. Thank you so much, Game Master Flash. And Panely resubscribed for 25 months and simply says Forsen. Okay. Beelzebub, what the fuck? Just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. This is amazing. Let's see what we're at right now. Yeah, we're at 509 subscribers. This is great. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support of Henry's Kitchen here. I'm getting people saying that maybe this filter that I've got going on the color isn't very good. Maybe I'll just set it all back. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. And if I look pale, then I'm not really sure what we can do about that. But we are aware of the problem. And we're going to work toward a solution. It just might take a little time. Okay. Parasitosis says, maybe I need some bronzer. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Thanks again, BK. And we love your flame-broiled Whoppers. Dark Ages. Oh, this is cool. I like this. And also, there's an alert here. Caitlin's Kitchen gifted a Tier 1 sub to Furby Smoking Weed. Thank you so much, Caitlin's Kitchen. And also, Link's Deity gifted a Tier 1 sub to Knock24. Thank you, Link's Deity. I'm really very overwhelmed by the generosity of everybody gifting subs. It makes me feel like we're really doing something here, and I'm just very appreciative. I'm just the right amount of whelmed. Mochi. Anonymous, what the fuck? Just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Thanks for all you do. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick peek at my cat roast beef here and see if he's excited about all this stuff going on. Yeah, not really. But that's okay. All right. What the fuck? Caitlin's Kitchen just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Caitlin's Kitchen. That is absolutely wonderful of you. And Anonymous gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. We're really doing well. So let's find out about this background here. What the fuck? Midnight Faded just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, Midnight Faded. Are you guys hearing this loud noise every time that happens? That's why it sort of surprises me. Yeah, users do rock. Thank you, Mochi. And Borsenvin, you're right. Users are the best. Dark Ages says, is Henry farting in surprise every time the subs roll in? He's got amazing ass control. I do have pretty good muscles in that area, but I think that's because of having to hold in farts throughout most of my childhood. I built up the muscles, so they got very strong, and unfortunately it's not a muscle that you can show off to the ladies, but it does, but that has nothing to do with what's going on. The Chunks cheered 169 bits. Thank you so much, The Chunks. And Thitchin Hat, you're absolutely right. When my dad was growing up in the South, he wasn't allowed to say the word fart. It was considered gauche and improper. So they had to use the term air shit. Norel Borel has resubscribed for 2 months, and it says, it's my 2-month sub anniversary. Congrats on your strong fart muscles. Thank you very much. You know what? I've completely forgotten that we should be doing songs right now. Let me get the guitar. I guess I got so caught up in the overwhelming gift of these. What the fuck? Parasitosis just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Parasitosis. That's incredibly generous of you. And Dark Ages is our resident photographer here at Henry's Kitchen and has given us some... Yabe! Just rated us with 144 viewers. Thank you so much. This is really... I'm glad that you guys are here because we're having a really fun time. And thanks, Yabe, for your raid. And I hope you are doing well. And just to catch everybody up here, so Dark Ages is our resident photographer here and has given us this pic. And let's see what it says. A photo of the original launch controls for the Apollo space missions. This is the room where they initiated the launch that sent humans to the moon in 1969, the year I was born, by the way, from the Kennedy Space Center. I imagine this is what Henry's streaming setup looks like behind the scenes. Yeah, at some point I'll show you what I see It's a Stream Deck. It does have some pretty complicated stuff, but now all that stuff that you're looking at could probably be fit into a little 4x4 device. Norel Borel gifted a tier 1 sub to Barricadio. What the fuck? Dr. Dissident just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Dr. Dissident. We're really having a great day with the subs. Yeah, we're killing it on subs. We have like 537, and I'm very thankful to you. And Beelzebub gifted Nim a sub. Nim, of course, one of our first friends here at Twitch, and probably the reason I'm doing this for 2 years. I had no idea it was going to go on that long. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to a Boingo 66. Thank you for that. And let's go ahead and do a song. We have a song request here from... Okay, we have a few. Mochi. Well, how about, let's do Mochi's submission because it's a 1-year anniversary, apparently, of the death of Jimmy Buffett. I was only familiar with a couple of the Jimmy Buffett songs, like Margaritaville, of course, and the parody song Wasting Away in Diarrheaville, which was popularized in comedy clubs across the Midwest. But this particular song that Mochi requested is called Pencil Thin Mustache. And it seems to be an homage to film noir or these types of actors from the 40s and 50s that had this really skinny mustache. And I guess Jimmy Buffett grew up watching those types of movies, and this is a little bit of nostalgia. I'm also going to try something very unusual here. I just watched a YouTube video. YouTube is amazing. You can learn anything from YouTube. But apparently if you put a dollar bill in your guitar strings and weave it in like that. Has anybody heard of this? It gives it sort of a snare sound. What the fuck? It looks like Munch Hotel gifted us 5 tier 1 subs. Amazing. Thank you so much, Munch Hotel. Do we have reverb going? We have to have reverb. Check. 1, 2. Help. Okay, and if we are doing a song by Jimmy Buffett, we should probably change the background. Thanks, Dark Ages, for that glimpse into what those astronauts were looking at back in 1969. The year of my birth, and also the year that apparently Bryan Adams had sex for the first time, according to his song, The Summer of '69, which was followed by a lesser-known hit called The Winter of Missionary, and it wasn't as popular. But here, let's use Ich Bin Bacon's background here. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Billy Mays with OxyClean. Thank you very much, Anonymous, and we love your hacking work. Okay, so I only learned this song this morning, so it might totally suck, but I'm going to try it. This is a request from Mochi for a Jimmy Buffett song. And we're using the Johnny Cash snare guitar. Happy endings where nobody fights. So if you find yourself in that nostalgic rage, jump right up and show your age. I wish I had a pencil thin mustache, the Boston Blackie kind, a two-tone Ricky Ricardo jacket, autographed pictures of Andy Devine. I remember being duck-toothed and skinny, writing fan letters to could solve some mysteries too. Oh boy. Then it's Bandstand, Disneyland, growing up fast, drinking on a fake ID. This dollar bill's moving around here. Yeah, the rammer of the jungle was everyone's Rwanda, but only jazz musicians were smoking marijuana. Yeah, I wish I had a pencil-thin mustache, and I could solve mysteries too. I'm gonna get rid of the dollar thing because it's good. Top dirty Bob cop in the field, grubbing on the living room floor, so sore. Yeah, they send you off to college to try to gain some knowledge, but all you want to do is learn how to score. Yeah, now I'm getting old, I don't wear underwear. Didn't have to go into that detail. I don't go to church and I don't cut my hair, 'cause go to the movies and see it all there, just the way that it used to be. 'Cause I wish I had a pencil-thin mustache, the Boston blackie kind. Does anybody know this song? Two-tone Ricky Ricardo jacket and an autographed picture of Andy Devine. Oh, I could be anywhere I wanted to be. Maybe Suave Errol Flynn or the Sheik of Araby, 'cause I only had a pencil-thin mustache, and I could do some cruising too. Yeah, Brill cream, a little dab will do ya. Oh, I could do some cruising too. Song by Jimmy Buffett, requested by Mochi's Nirvana. I was doing the best that I can. I want to apologize to the estate of Jimmy Buffett in case I completely desecrated an otherwise nice song. Mochi just donated $24.20. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you, and thanks for requesting that song. I thought it was a lot of fun. The dollar bill and the guitar strings thing didn't work, but you can look on YouTube and see people doing that. Thanks, Mochi's Nirvana. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Piss Baby and Fat Honger and Toke My Nuts and Kurt Cocaine and all of you. Karoshi 006 says, not that a word, can we get a pregario? I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure it's probably a conversation that's happening outside of the topic, which is fine too. Jose freaking Perez, wow, I'm not familiar with any Buffett songs outside the radio hits, but that was rad. Wow, thanks. I'm glad people enjoyed it, and thank you again, Mochi. Yeah, it was very John Prine-esque. All right, well, let's go and do another one since we're sort of in the zone now. And maybe we'll change it up to a different background, because this is an R.E.M. song. It's going to be an angst-ridden 90s pre-grunge sort of post-80s metal. It was kind of that weird time period. We'll go back to BK's picture here. And let's do this song. Munch Hotel says, this chip is for a very special person in the chat. Okay. Piss Baby asks, Henry, are we allowed to have outside convos while you talk? Oh, please do, because most of the time I'm just talking out of my ass. And it puts a lot of pressure on me if I feel like people are listening to what I'm saying. So I really prefer if you talk amongst yourselves and then it just sort of settles into this sort of like a cocktail party vibe. And I like seeing what you're talking about too. I like eavesdropping on your conversations because I'm a guy who likes that. Boldly Untitled says, that's tight ass. Okay, that was probably in reference to something earlier. Parasitosis, can I get a martini? Okay, the conversation's starting to go off the rails here. So let's go into another song. This song was requested to us by Piss Baby. And it's called Losing My Religion. And if anybody wants to see what the count is now on our subscribers, we're at 551 because we had a whole influx of donations and subs. So I just want to say thank you, everybody, for that. And let's go ahead now and do this song here by R.E.M. And we've got the reverb on, right? Okay. Okay, R.E.M. I don't know what this song is about. There's a lot of theories going around out there, but you can maybe chime in about it if you want. Oh, life is bigger than you, and you are not me. The lengths that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I've said it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much, haven't said enough. So I have to scroll. I thought that I heard you laughing, I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper, every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions. You know, a little background about this song. I knew how to play the guitar when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I went to a pool party to try to impress some of the ladies. And I just sort of walked around the pool party with my guitar and started just going up to them and serenading them with this song because it was very popular in the 90s. And I found that it had kind of the opposite effect I was looking for. I wanted for the girls to like me, but instead they would walk away and sometimes even say rude things. Every whisper, every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep an eye on you, like a hurt, lost, and blinded fool. Oh no, I've said too much, set it up. That's me in the corner. Wait, consider this. Consider hint of a century. Consider this. I never made it this far into the lyrics. That brought me to my knees. Failed. What if all these fantasies come flailing around? I've said too much. I thought that I heard you laughing. We're about halfway done. I thought I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. And then there's like all kinds of stuff here. We're gonna cut it short, guys, because it really does go on a long time from here. Oh no, I've said too much. Okay. That would be a better ending for that song, I think. Everyone type Force and says, "Hi Henry, I really like your streams. This message is for when you watch the VOD. Don't read it right now on stream. Thanks." Okay, I won't. I'll make sure to only read that for when I'm watching the VOD later. Scuba Steve 361, be careful how loud you play this song. People on bicycles wearing white dress shirts start showing up and won't leave you alone. Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with them. You're talking about the people that work for Postmates. 5 Ticks, Henry, are the rumors true that you were arrested in the summer of '98 for petty theft and drunk driving? No. It was actually assault with a deadly weapon. Fabio just donated $15. Amazing. Thank you so much, Fabio. That's very generous of you. And it says here, I quoted you to a friend the other day. I said, if you have a good saute pan, you don't really need someone to share your life with. He told me that's just sad, so I guess he doesn't cook. Yeah, no, it's very true. If you have a saute pan or if you have a really kick-ass garlic press, you'll find that these things are the attachment, the emotional attachment that you crave in life, and they can be a substitute for human interaction and human love. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do another song here. This one's weird. This one was requested to us by Svan, and Svan requested it on the show last week or last Wednesday, but I didn't really have it ready, but I do now. This is a song that I wrote 30 years ago, and I can't believe it's been that long. It's probably been more like 32 years ago, and times have really changed since then. Let's pull another background here. This is from Michelle C. This is a cool background pick. This song's called Drivin. You can see the full song on YouTube of me doing it, I think sometime about 30 years ago. And the problem with this song is it was written from the perspective of a psychopath. And that was sort of the thing. But I had to stop doing the song because it had references to kidnapping an underage female and involving her in my unhinged driving escapade that you'll see about here. But I'm going to go ahead and do the song. I'm going to leave that part out because it hasn't aged well, but you can see it on YouTube if you really want. Fitchin' Hat says Eminem gets away with that. Why you know, that's a great point. But then again, I don't want Eminem's life. I really don't. So, yeah, Parasitosis says I could just age her up. But no, but you're still kidnapping somebody, so I don't know. But, I don't know. When you get older, you start feeling a little bit more sensitive because you read the news and you see awful things happening, and then you just don't find them as funny as you did maybe at one point. But Piss Baby says consensual kidnapping. Yeah, now I think that would be fine. But I don't think that we can do that with this at the last minute here. But I'm going to go ahead and do this song. And I want to say ahead of time that I'm in no way supporting what this person in this song is doing. So here we go. It's a country song too, so if you guys want to, I don't know, drink some Jack Daniels or whatever it is that you do when you hear a country song, go for it. I ain't going to a friend's house, and I ain't going to my place of work, and I ain't going to a baseball game or a picture show. I'm just driving in my car, and I ain't looking at my watch now, 'cause I ain't got no place to go. A man says, hey, would you like a window shine? I say, no, thank you, sir, I'm doing fine, just driving in my car. And even though it looks like things ain't going my way, I didn't get promoted, my wife, she done left me, and I just got evicted, and I think I'm going bald now. Now all I got is a bottle of booze and this here Thunderbird, and I'll be damned if it's insured. And I ain't looking at the stop signs, and I ain't looking at no traffic lights, and I'm not looking at the children on the crosswalk. I'm just driving in my car, and I'm just sipping on my whiskey, and I'm just sucking down some Valium, and I'm not worried about the side effects from the Prozac. I'm just driving in my car. How do you do, Mr. Policeman? How's life treating you on the streets today? He says, pull over, son, walk a straight line. I said, no, thank you, sir, I'm doing fine. I'm just driving in my car. What's them red lights behind me flashing? What's that there chopper up above? Sign says checkpoint at the county line. No, thank you, sir, I'm doing fine. I'm just driving in my car. I'm just driving in my car. I'm just driving in my car. She's only 55 years old, and I'm just driving in my car. And then Game Master Flash says, so wait, drug abuse and child endangerment is fine for the protagonist, but kidnapping underage people isn't? What has this world come to? I don't know, a lot's changed in the last 30 years. When 30 years ago, it was completely normal to have a song about kidnapping and driving drunk and refusing to pull over for the police. But I guess the problem is that now it just happens a lot, and we see it on TV, so it's just sort of lost a little bit of its humorous edge. Caitlin's Kitchen says, this reminds me of Bartender by Rehab. I'm not familiar with that, but I'll have to listen to it. Parasitosis, since the mods have started allowing gambling, I've lost my house, but I'm holding out for the big win any minute. Yeah, don't forget, when you're gambling, if you quit gambling, you could have been just right at that moment where you were about to win all your money back. So that's something important to think about. All right, well, we've got some cooking to do. So I'm going to put the guitar away for now. I want to say again, thank you so much to Yabe for giving us that raid and for getting us some audience members. And I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm always kind of am a little bit unsure about it. Yabe. I hear the way that Nim says it. I think it's Yabe. But I want to thank her for sending an audience over to us. And It's Kate X says the users sign a waiver when they subscribe, Henry. The mods aren't responsible. Yeah, they're not, but in a way they kind of are. Okay, let's go ahead and get to work here. We've got a lot of work to do, so let me check in with, make sure that we're up on the alerts. Thanks again to Fabio and Mochi. Thanks for those great song requests. Thanks, Svan. Thanks, Piss Baby. We really enjoyed doing that old R.E.M. song. And I don't know, I'm feeling good. I know I look pale and sickly, but I'm feeling good. And let's go ahead and get in the kitchen now. By the way, we have a video going really viral on my Instagram, Henlips. Remember, there's Henry's Kitchen Official, at Henry's Kitchen Official Instagram, also for some more, some pretty good obscure kind of stuff, and then other silly stuff on Henlips. But we've got one that's got like 1.1 million views, which is great. It's only translated into 81 people clicking on the link. So I'm sure much fewer than that even are becoming subscribers. It's very difficult with social media to do anything. Piss Baby, I wonder who runs the official Instagram. I know, but I don't know if it's supposed to be. It's probably fine, but I just don't know if it's one of those things that it's supposed to be not public, but it is a user. Mega Gildy says 1.1 million. That's 1.1 million more than the amount of friends that I have. Yeah, give or take. Parasitosis, don't let the IRS find out. Yeah, they're going to really be interested. They're going to be like, well, Mr. Phillips, according to this, you're extremely rich. Because maybe they don't know how Instagram works. Borsonvin just tipped $5 and says, what do you call a passed out cookie? A limp biscuit. I love it. Thank you so much, Borsonvin, for not only informing us of what that passed out cookie actually is called, but also for your tip of $5. That's very generous of you. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Of course not, yeah. Well, let's go ahead real quick and I just want to check the roast beef cam here. Hold on a second. That's not it, of course. That's not right. Roast beef cam here. Roast beef. He's having a little dream where he's chasing rabbits. He does that sometimes. He has a little twitch in there. I think he's having a dream where he's a youthful cat and he's out there chasing rabbits in a field somewhere. It's very beautiful. Either that or it's a palsy and it's a little depressing. JSBX fan has resubscribed at tier 3. Thank you so much, JSBX fan, and we hope to see you in Naperville. There's only about 7 or 8 tickets left to go to the Naperville show on September 21st. You can go to henryphillips.com for that. And watching in New Zealand, that's amazing. So you're in New Zealand, that's great. Munch Hotel cheered 200 bits. Thanks, Munch Hotel. And we're getting some comments from people saying river bison. Borsonvin says reverb is on. Reverb is on. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what it is. Link's Deity, are you going to be there too in Naperville? That's great. I've never been to Naperville. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, let's go ahead and turn off the reverb. Okay, so we're good? All right. So today I was thinking we would make cookies. And I found a recipe here for a savory cookie called cheese and tomato cookies. First I want to just check. Okay, computer, set timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
Computer, volume 10. Okay. Buttery, flaky, sweet, and salty, these cheese and tomato cookies, savory cookies, will blow you away. Let's, here we go. Okay, this is the cookies. Many people associate cookies with sweet flavors. Chocolate, coffee. I don't really agree that I associate cookies with coffee flavors. Maybe you'd have a cookie with your coffee, but that's not sweet. Coffee's not sweet unless you put a cookie in it. Nuts, candies, you name it. Nuts aren't sweet either. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of sweet cookies as well, but I was thinking about people who have a more savory tooth rather than a sweet one. And I thought it will be a great idea to make savory cookies. And this person, I believe, is from the UK because savory keeps getting spelled O-U. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my first savory cookie recipe, cheddar cheese and sun-dried tomatoes cookies with Parmesan. I am so excited. Jose frickin' Perez says savory cookie is a new word combo for me. Yeah, I think it is for me too, and I've been cooking for many, many years. So let's take a look at some of our ingredients here. We've got all-purpose flour. This is actually a wheat flour, but you could still use it for most purposes. This is baking powder. This toilet paper. I don't know why that's there. Oh yeah, it's because I'm out of paper towels and I needed something. Tostada Turtle says, that sounds awful, but I'm sure you'll make it work. Thank you. Thanks for having faith. I think we will make this work. We're on a real roll here. We've made some really good dishes in the last couple of weeks. We've got, of course, our cheddar chaise, as they say in French. And then we've got our stoked Pampika. You can use regular Pampika. I like the stoked because it's got a little bit more of a bite to it. This is some Parmesan cheese, and there's a little bit of an issue here, and I want to show you. It says best or sell by, but it's faded. So I don't know how old this is, and I don't remember. And we might have to go back to previous Henry's Kitchens and see when I bought Parmesan cheese, but it smells weird, and to be honest with you, it's got some, I don't know if these are normal. I don't really know. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to use this. We're going to make it without Parmesan, unfortunately. But I'm going to put it back in the fridge. Because I just don't like to throw away food. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, we've got sun-dried tomatoes. These are, they're just regular tomatoes, but I had them drying out in the sun this morning for a few hours, so they should be plenty dried by the sun. I don't know why it needs to be by the sun, but these are sun-dried tomatoes, and we've got 1 egg, along with some cayenne pepper, some fresh parsley from my garden, baking powder, and I think that's it. So we should be good to go. As with many cookies, the whole process is quite straightforward, but in order to make these, you need to plan ahead and place the butter in the freezer. Butter? I didn't even know there was butter in it. I've got butter. I'm not going to put it in the freezer. I don't have time to do that. So I might have fucked that up. It says, frozen butter is a crucial ingredient in this recipe. It will create flaky layers in the cookies. Grating butter may take some time, but it's worth it. But it's all going to melt in the cookie anyway, so I don't understand why we need to do that. If you don't make frozen butter, you're going to fuck up the whole recipe. That's what it says here. But I kind of disagree, and I've been cooking a long time. If you want to see what it looks like, this is what it is that we're making here. And we're going to be just fine. What do cheese and tomato cookies taste like? Okay, this is where they just start saying a bunch of stuff. The texture is soft and flaky. Frozen butter creates, they keep rubbing in the frozen butter thing, this unexpected layers of dough that is melting in your mouth. Cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese. Don't go without the Parmesan cheese. Salty flavor is, computer, stop. Beautifully paired with sweet sun-dried tomatoes. That part we got right. Computer, stop. That part we got right, the sun-dried tomatoes. Stoked pampika and a hint of cayenne pepper. This flavor combination is very unique. Of course, you can substitute cheddar with any hard cheese. For example, a fine Gruyere or a Maasdam cheese. I don't know if you remember the old joke, knock knock, who's there? Maasdam. Maasdam who? Maasdam foot is stuck in the door. Can you open it? Or something like that. I have not tested this recipe with soft cheese like mozzarella or Stilton, so I cannot comment on how cookies will turn out if you use soft cheese. Savory cookies are perfect for any occasion. You can pair them with a cold beer. That sounds good. Or you could just have a cold beer. Or a bowl of hot soup. The sky is the limit, and I encourage you to go wild. Okay, well, it sounds like we're about to get into something kind of risque here. Stabby7 says, hey, Henry, my brother Mike has a crush on you. Ah, thank you, Stabby7. It's very nice to hear. Pop-Tart Eater 47, are you making humble pie? Not familiar. Fondue yourself. I'm pretty sure savory cookies are just crackers. Well, we'll find out. But right now we have to, as part of our agreement, we have to show an ad. Uh-oh. Okay, I had to show that ad with almost zero warning. So right now, is everybody there? I don't know if everybody's there, if you can hear me. Fondue Yourself says no. Munch Hotel says hello. Casey 2.0 says here. Okay, thank you. I get a lot of people trying to pull shenanigans here in the chat, but it's important for me to know. I'm going to put on my glove here that was gifted to me by you, the users. You have to have sort of an invisible type glove. Weird. Sorry. Jose freaking Perez says there's a disturbing lack of reverb, however. Okay. Well, some people like the reverb. Others don't. Okay, we're going to start. We're going to give it another minute and a half before the unsubbed users show up here. And we've got our butter, which is kind of dirty, but I think it's just breadcrumbs, so it should be okay. Nella Wallen says, is Marco Bublé 4422 okay? Yeah, I don't know what happened to Marco Bublé, but I think it was the original, the actual Marco Bublé. They might have gotten banned for singing on their holiday album or something. Parasitosis says, what is this? Henry, is the man in the microwave ever coming back? I hope not. My God, I hope not. It's difficult enough to sleep, but when you sleep knowing that there's a man in your microwave, that's terrifying. Literally terrifying. Blurry Little Quest says, Henry, are you still growing a beard? Dozens of us were so excited. Nah, I don't know. I started doing the beard, but it's coming out white, and it just feels like I can't really win one way or the other. I'm either going to look old in that regard, or I'll look old without the beard. I don't know. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll use one of those just for men beard and mustache things. Parasitosis says diet. Yeah. JSBX fan says beard in hot weather is no fun. Yeah, I would imagine that's true. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Let's start by chopping our sun-dried tomatoes. These have been drying out in the sun for several hours this morning. I do have protection here with this green glove, but it does seem to be still a little difficult for me to cut with this knife. I guess it's not a very sharp one. I'm going to start by cutting each one of them in half. And if the knife doesn't cut all the way through, you can always just sort of pull them apart. I still am suffering from a herniated fractal muscle in my right underarm pit area. Another interesting thing that as a result of that, I've been using deodorant, as I always do, but it hurts when I put it on the compromised, injured side, so I just skip it. So what I do is I try to walk so that I'm only so that I only have people on my left side, so that they're getting the deodorant side. But the other day I was walking in between two people, and I'm sure that one of them went away going, wow, that guy's got BO. And then the other one was probably like, I don't think he had BO at all. As a matter of fact, I smelled deodorant. So we can let them argue amongst themselves. Parasitosis says unilateral odor. Yeah, that's true. I guess the body odor is being canceled out by the other one. Two negatives make a positive, I guess. So if you have body odor on both, that means that you're going to have no body odor or something like that. Okay, we've chopped our tomatoes. That's good. Let's see what our next order of business is here. Number 1. Instruction, and it's circled. It says this recipe uses frozen butter that is grated in order to create the flaky layers in cookies. Plan ahead. Well, we didn't do that, and I'm tired of hearing about it. We're going to use the butter the way that it is. It's still refrigerated. It's hard butter. So, okay. In a medium bowl, mix the flour, baking powder, pampika, parsley, and cayenne. Okay, that we can do. So I'm going to take our mixing bowl. This is a mixing bowl, I guess. We want to mix. Oh yeah, and we have a whole world of problems that's going to happen here, because this is in grams. I'm going to use the computer to try to do the translations, but also this makes 13 servings. We don't want that. We want 1 serving, really, maybe 2. So, computer, what's 13 divided by 2?
13 divided by 2 is 6.5.
6.5. So we'll divide everything by 6.5. Computer, how many cups is 180 grams?
Half a cup is equal to 4 fluid ounces or 118 milliliters, according to the standard formula. However, this number usually varies depending on the item you are measuring, with weights ranging from 85 grams per cup of rolled oats to 340 grams per cup of honey, molasses, or syrup.
Yeah, but I'm doing... Can anybody who's on the UK system help me with this? Yeah, you're right, Honky Tonk. This didn't help at all. I do have a food scale. Do I need to open the food scale for real? Oh, boy. No, I don't want to open the food scale right now. I think we're going to just eyeball it, like Jose frickin' Perez says. So... I've made cookies enough times that I could probably tell you that this is going to be, and we can always add more. I think I'm going to do 1/3 of a cup. So we have 1/4 of a cup, 1/2 of a cup. Of course we wouldn't have the 1/3 of a cup. So you know what I'll do is I'll take the 1 cup and I'll fill it up about 1/3 of the way. Fuck. Sorry about the language there, everybody, but we over poured, so I'm going to pour some of it back until it looks like a third of a cup. Yeah. Okay. Where's my bowl? Oh, yeah. Okay. There's our flour. Now we need the butter. No. We need the baking powder, of which it asks for half a teaspoon. Okay, well, I can deal with teaspoon. But we're not going to do that much, of course. We're going to do probably about that much. And then we also want to add in our Pampika. And I think with this, I already know how much we're supposed to put in this. Probably something like that. And then parsley. We've got actual parsley. This is from my garden. So we're going to put that right in there. Very interesting to make a savory cookie. I've never heard of that. Game Master Flash says, did we freeze the butter or just let it sit on the cutting board the whole time? Yeah, no, I didn't freeze the butter. Apparently they think it's important. I've been cooking a long time. I've never had to freeze my butter once. So I don't think that that's going to be an issue. Let me take a look at the alerts here. Munch Hotel, thanks again for cheering 200 bits. Let's see how roast beef is doing. Oh, he seems to have switched positions to the opposite direction. And he's just getting comfy. It's very sweet. Okay. What's next? Okay, we've done our Pampika, our parsley, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. This is going to go a long way, so I don't want to do too much of this, especially since we're scaling down the recipe. So I saw it coming out kind of, but I don't know. And we want to mix this together, so you could probably use a whisker. There we go. Okay, now take the butter out of the freezer. Boy, they're really rubbing it in there. Grate the butter and add it to the flour. Mix until the dough starts to resemble sand. It already looks like sand. It looks exactly like sand to me. So we're going to grate this. Oh, look at that. That's working great. We didn't have to freeze this. It looks just like cheese. Okay. Mix until the dough starts to look like sand for about 6 minutes. I don't think I'm going to do that. It seems kind of unnecessary. Getting a lot of butter here. Okay, I'm starting to see that the butter is melting a little bit. That's okay. I think we did okay. I'm going to use some toilet paper in lieu of paper towels. I don't have paper towels, but I do have a slightly transparent glove. I think that is important. Okay, take the butter, add it to the flour, mix. So let's go ahead and mix now. Until it looks like sand. Okay, now I think I'm really understanding why they wanted it to be frozen. But you know what? It's still the same. It's still butter, so it's just going to maybe have a slightly different consistency. But I think that's okay. It looks like sort of sand. Now we're going to add the egg, and we're going to mix all of the ingredients. So let's grab our egg. And if you get a little bit of shells in this one, it's okay, because we're probably not going to be eating this. Okay. Mix up the egg. That's always a problem with using your whiskers, is you get everything clumped up in there. I don't think whoever designed these things really had their thinking cap on. I think I'm going to go ahead and use a fork. Hold on a sec. Yeah, this is much better. There's not a whole lot of this, but that's okay. I mean, I'd probably be okay with just one cookie. I'm going to throw away this bit of butter here. That was dumb. Okay. Okay, we added the egg, add the chopped sun-dried tomatoes and the grated cheddar cheese, and keep mixing until the tomatoes and cheese are distributed evenly. Okay, we can do that. I see. Well, that's why it looked like there wasn't that much. We haven't put our tomatoes in there. And let's go ahead and stir that up a little bit. Now, it is a little bit ridiculous to think that you're going to be able to fully dry a tomato in the sun, because tomatoes are mostly juice. They're mostly water underneath it. So it's, you know, it's silly. But in this case, I think it's going to help us, because it's going to add a little bit of moisture there. And then finally, we want our grated cheese, or chez, as our friends across the pond would pronounce it. I know you guys have questions, and I do want to get to them. Parasitosis said, did you divide the egg for this recipe? No, it's impossible to divide an egg, so you kind of have to use whatever amount that there is in it. Okay, let's go ahead and do one final mixing of this stuff. This is going to be interesting, and you know what? It's going to be fun, and it's going to give us something to do while we're playing our game, Outer Wilds. I can't wait to get into the game. Now that I'm playing it much better, we're going to start exploring some new worlds there, and it's going to be good. Okay, so this is looking like a very delicious cookie dough recipe. And probably shouldn't have done that, actually, because it's raw egg in there, but whatever. Next, place the cookie dough in the fridge for at least 4 hours or overnight. Nope, we're not doing that. I didn't see that, and I apologize. We're going to skip that. Why would that matter? Why would it ever need to be in the refrigerator for 4 hours? That makes no sense. When you're ready to bake, preheat your oven to 175 degrees, and I should have looked at that. And it says Celsius. Computer, how much is 175 degrees Celsius?
175 degrees Celsius is 347 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, 347. I'm going to put it on 350 because this doesn't have individual digits like that. But I think 350 should be okay. We're just going to divide the amount of time. Computer, if something requires 347 degrees Fahrenheit and you only had it at 350 degrees, how much less time should you leave your cookie dough in there?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Well, anybody who says that these computers are taking over, I think they've got a little bit of room for improvement before they do that, because a human would have been able to answer that question. Gigasoy says maybe they've got the instructions in the wrong order. Put the cookies in the fridge while the oven preheats for 4 hours. It could be. Parasitosis says metrologically speaking, you're good at 350. That's what I figured. It's very close. Pop-Tart Eater 47 says, yeah, I had that exact question on my SAT. Should be easy for a computer. Apparently not. Either that or their fusers, the computer's just refusing to play with us today. Okay. Gonna have a little water. So we need to let the oven preheat. So while we're doing that, maybe this would be a good time for us to do our thank you song. Games, music, these are the things that we do in between cooking. That's really all it is. Digitized says 360 degrees is the hottest an oven can get without going back round to 0. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. So it goes backwards after a certain point. Oh yeah, of course, because a circle would be a full 360 degrees. So it's pointless to have it. You'll see people say, put it in for 400 degrees. Well, what they're really saying is 40 degrees. Okay. Let's put the reverbus back on. Check. Okay. Why don't we do this to the tune of the R.E.M. song? This is a thank you to all of the folks that contribute to the Henry's Kitchen platform here. So many of you. Have a little bit of cheese there because I'm hungry. You can hear me and you can see me. Help. Help. Okay. This is the users, or as Blurry Little Quest says, platform contributors. This song is for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Fuck hen, dingo bop, dumb beef, hot bear 1110 do dingle, Doc Goggle, Dr. Flanges, Bacchus Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kate, Kairos, a Bumble, Vision, the LGX, Chef Reactions, Bill Larkin Music, Husky Boyo, Nim Moon Moon, Emaru Orca Mind, S-Band and Bonnie 2, Dazzle Cat, Blurry Little Quest, Horse and Ben, don't forget Quanto. Game Master Flash, Cat Food Taste Tester, the Chironex, Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom, GR Yarchasm, Nico Tezo, Michael Bublé, Score 64. Midnight Faded. JSPX fan and Acid 10. Zogbane Toke My Nuts. Saguaro Uberito 5555. This is, by the way, what I'm doing right now is why we would never have this show on regular television. Dinosaur, JB's Text, Sickly Boy, Beelzebub. Phillips 1, Purple Donut, filling his fruit. Tankard, Dan, Borson Bin. Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR, Shandis, Nova Glarian, Mr. Gooseberry VT. Don't forget Quanto. Oh no, I've said too much. Haven't said enough. That song's already a little grating just with the real lyrics. It's Kate X says, I can't believe Henlips 1 has been a tier 3 all this time. What an incredible user. Yeah. Well, I use myself, I guess you could say. Kairosa says, why do they call it an Xbox 360? Because when you see it, you turn 360 degrees and walk away. But then doesn't that mean you're walking toward it? Maybe you do a 360 degree turn because you're so excited. Like in The Jerk when Steve Martin does a 360 degree head turn. Okay. Kurt Cocaine says, new painting. No, that's still the same painting. You might not recognize it though because it's upside down. So let me fix that. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Okay. In that case, let's set a timer. Computer, let's set a timer for 35 minutes.
35 minutes, starting now.
Crazy Mac Attack resubscribed for 10 months. Thank you so much. And says, can I see beef? Of course you can. Sorry for the delay on this. Beef is there. And he's probably dreaming away. I think that's where all the excitement that he gets comes. It's just during his dreams. That's why he sleeps so much, because he's reached that age where dreams are better than reality. And we all get there. I actually got there at a kind of a young age. Munch Hotel, thanks for cheering that 200 bits for beef. And thanks, JSBX fan. Thanks, everybody. Fondue Yourself says, did you know that you would someday have a cooking show when you named him Roast Beef? No, not at all. But it was just sort of a happy accident. Okay, let's go ahead now and let's go ahead and I think we have to make these into cookies, right? Like we should have been doing that this whole time. Add a tiny bit of flour on a working surface. So I guess that could be this. Okay. And roll one portion of your cookie dough 0.7 centimeters thick. No, I'm not doing the measurement on that. Computer, how many inches is 0.7 centimeters?
0.7 centimeters is about 0.28 inches.
0.28 inches. So this is going to be sort of like maybe about a quarter of an inch. This is some real sticky dough here. Roll out one portion. The dough may be a bit sticky, but try to resist adding too much flour. Lightly dust. Okay. The oven's all preheated, so that part's ready to go. I think we're just going to start getting our hands dirty here. We want to roll this out. And then it's important to mention that my cookies are quite big, and the weight of one cookie was 40 grams, and that means nothing to me. If you make smaller cookies, make sure you adjust the temperature. Using a cookie cutter or a glass cutout circles and place them on the prepared baking sheets. Okay, so we have to prepare a baking sheet. Let's do that now. I know that every now and then it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, but believe me, I am 100% in control. Part of the reason that it looks like I'm screwing up is because we're using, because I have the camera there, and in order for me to twitch it, I have to sort of organize my workstation so you can see it. But here's what we're going to do. We're just going to take this and we're going to make it into cookies. There was all kinds of extra instructions in there about use a cookie cutter or, you know, all kinds of shit. We don't have to do any of that. We're just going to make cookies. We're grown adults. We know how to make a cookie. I'm going to make clumps, and then I'm going to pat them down with the fork. So they'll be a little bit like peanut butter cookies, I guess. And we're just going to make 4 of them, and they're going to go great with a nice cup of coffee. Well, that's right, these are savory, so maybe not. Also, we have a big problem here with too much of this. Remember to always wash your hands after you've been handling food. Okay? Now I'm just going to flatten these into cookie form. I'm just making these for myself, so it's not like they have to be some fancy shape. Cookie cutter. Please. I think if it's parchment paper, you don't have to use oil. Okay, so we're going to bake these about 13 minutes, let them cool down, then store for 14 days. We're not going to do that. Okay, computer, set timer for 13 minutes.
Second timer, 13 minutes, starting now.
I like a recipe that just says 13 minutes. It doesn't say 12 to 14 minutes or whatever. I'm getting really tired of seeing those ranges. Okay, I think it's time to play our game. Mila Repa 62 says, wash your hands. You wouldn't want to get food on your arse when you go to the restroom. That's another great reason to do it. Blurry Little Quest says, these cookies will be perfect for the big game. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pancake King has a pretty good point. How hot is it here? It's very hot here. Computer, what is the weather today?
In Glendale, it's 105 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today, you can look for high temperatures, with a high of 107 degrees and a low of 78 degrees. Also, there's an excessive heat warning in effect until Monday, September 9th, 8 p.m.
What a brilliant idea it was for me to make cookies. That's sarcasm, by the way. All right, let's start putting away some of this stuff. And I'm going to crack open a Zevia. Zevia is not a sponsor of the show, but it says creamy root beer, naturally flavored. It's supposedly a nice sort of natural version of a root beer. So let's see what this tastes like. That's good. That's delicious. But they don't sponsor us, so I didn't have to say that. Although, wouldn't that be a brilliant way to plug a sponsor? To just say they're not a sponsor. I wonder if anybody does that, or if that's considered lying. Kairosa asks, "Hey Henry, if you were an actor and being asked at an audition to do a waiting pose, what would you do?" Oh yeah, no, that one I'm pretty good at, because we've done it here at the microwave. If you say you're waiting for something in the microwave, this is my waiting pose. All right, action. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overact. You're literally just waiting. I do a shift of positions at some point. Occasional glance, even though you know that there's no point in looking at the timer because the alarm's going to go off when it's done. Ah, it's ready. So that's acting 101 there. Let's put this aside. That looks a little dangerous. Starting to get an overabundance of stuff there. Oh, the parsley's supposed to go in the fridge. Sorry, yeah, let's play our game. Okay. Okay, so there's always a little bit of a technical adjustment that we have to make. Let me do that now. Okay, we're gonna start our game, Outer Wilds, and it always opens Steam. Let's see if there's any other Crazy Mac Attack. Thanks again. We've got 303 people watching, so I think that's pretty exciting. Thank you, everybody. We're just sort of fumbling our way through a recipe here. And we're about to play our game. Close these ads. Go like this. And just like that, we're about to go into Outer Wilds world. I think. Oh, I gotta put the desktop audio. And I'm gonna do the usual here. I'm gonna ask you, the users of Henry's Kitchen, is everything working here? Oh, and I also have to put on, there's one other thing I need to do. I have to make it so I can see the alerts. Okay, so can you see me? Tankless Crown says I'm not a user. Well, technically you are, because you're using the user, by the way, refers to someone who's using the platform of Twitch. Like you have a username, that's Tankless Crown. So I don't see how you could possibly not be a user. Stabby7 says, why do they call it a colostomy bag and not a shit bag? They do call it a shit bag, I think. Tankless Crown, oh, I thought you meant drug user. No, I'm specifically talking about users of Twitch or Discord, anything with a username. But if you are a drug user, I'm not judging. I don't think that that's appropriate to shame people for whatever they do recreationally. And also, we all do kind of use some types of drugs, whether it's caffeine or, you know, crack. Davey Dookie 2 says, thanks, Henlips, for the content. Appreciate you. Or appreciate you. That might have been a typo. Thank you, David Dookie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Mila Rapa 62 just resubscribed for 3 months. That's awesome to see. Borsenvin says, the kitchen is my drug. Yeah. I think it is, you know, and I'm not going to judge for that either. Kurt Cocaine says, Henry, what planet would you like to visit if you could? I think Mars, and I think they're working on it. Reverb Bison. Oh yeah, we're going to have to get rid of the reverb. Okay, so you can hear me, you can see me, you can hear the game. Everything's working in correct order, right? Whoops. We're going to resume. Kurt Cocaine says, missed a good Uranus joke there. I prefer to call it Uranus, but either one, let's face it, is not very good. Okay, so if you don't know, this game has like a time loop. Every 22 minutes or so, there's a wormhole that, or the sun goes supernova or some kind of astronomical thing that I'm not familiar with. And you start back at the beginning. So dying really doesn't mean anything. And I love that about this game because I'm not that strong a gamer. And so I don't want to die. But this is our village. This is where I've been commissioned as an astronaut to get into this ragtag spaceship and buckle up and boldly go to where we've actually been many times. Blasting off, that's the lower camera there. I was reading a little bit about this game and it said that you don't want to go too deep into any one planet right away. What is this? Have we done the Addle Rock? I'm going to engage autopilot. Whoa, we're getting there pretty quick. Let's go into landing mode here. Don't want to go too fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't want to crash. Wow, it looks like we're going into... Oh, we're there. We're on the moon. Sort of. Wow. I think we can get off. Okay, we're on the moon for the planet that we're from, Timberhearth. And I'm gonna put on the suit and get in here. Let's walk around on the moon, guys. Oh, I'm gonna need my flashlight for sure. So the suit is sort of like a little jetpack. Gonna leave the ship behind here and see what's going on. Gravity is 0. Wow, we're in 0 or 0.3 gravity there. So we're really twisty and turny here. I don't love that about the game, but that's realistic, you know. If you were on the moon, you'd be jumping around all over the place. I know you guys have questions, so... Oh, you know what we'll do is we'll whip out our signal scope. See if we can hear anything. Oh. Oh, 79 meters away. Wait. Somebody whistling. Oh, we're going away from it now. Boy, this is difficult. I know it looks like I'm just a complete moron, but it's actually very difficult to navigate here on the moon. Oh, we're getting further away now. How do we go back? Sorry, everybody. This must be like watching paint dry. Oh, what's this? What is that thing? I guess we won't find out. Computer, stop. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
You have 16 minutes left on your 35-minute timer.
Okay, so that means that we're going to take a quick break here because it looks like our cookies are ready. So let's just take a quick break from the game. Mountain Badger 64, I love this game and I love watching you experience it. Thank you, Mountain Badger. I love the game too. I'm not good at it, but I can feel myself getting better at it, and I'm enjoying it. Okay, so we're going to have to put on a pot holder. I'm going to turn this off. Doesn't look done to me. Kind of surprised. Well, it's probably done. But way too hot to eat, so we'll play a little bit more of the game here. If anybody wants to see what we have here. These are what you call savory cookies. They're tomato and cheese. And we cut a couple of corners. We didn't use frozen butter. We also didn't put the dough in overnight. We basically, what we're trying to make here, we didn't do the shaping. If you look at the way that the originals are, they look a little bit more like regular cookies. Ours, but the question is, will they be delicious? And I think the answer to that is yes. So let's go back and play our game while we're waiting. Computer, how much time left again?
You have 14 minutes left on your 35-minute timer.
Okay, and then that's going to be time to show an ad. Okay, let's get back to the game, this awesome game. But thanks, that's great to hear, Mountain Badger 64, because I am a little self-conscious when it comes to the gaming stuff. Okay, let's resume. So we're 58 meters away from a guy whistling right now. Let's get to him. We're getting there. Oh, look at this. We've got some trees. And we got a fire. I think we found the whistling guy. This is great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whistling guy. Let's put away our spectroscope. Talk to Esker. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Don't the other travelers come by? The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro is Gabbro. Now, I think we met Gabbro last time on that planet where there were all the water tornadoes. And you know how Rebag feels about unnecessary space flight. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? Seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with ground control. Hornfels and Gossan mostly. And they radio up to chat now and then. Okay. And when ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. They forget about you? I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travelers since I'm always in one place. And it's not bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone in our village. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? Wow, this guy's lonely. Was that you whistling? Probably, or actually definitely. The other travelers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with your signal scope. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. North Pole is marked in red on your mini-map, but the Addle Rock is a pretty small moon. Just go north, you can't miss it. Is that the sun coming up? What is this place? Very funny. Oh, stars above, you're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs. Our space-faring technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Using the outpost, this guy's starting to bore me a little bit, cut down the number of launches and landings taking place in the village and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here raising saplings from the timber hearth, keeping an eye on things. Okay, talk to you later. Alright, so it looks like we got to go to the North Pole. Sorry, dude, but you're boring as fuck. What's this? Can we take any of his stuff? I love seeing the shadow of our jetpack here. Oh boy, I almost went into orbit there. Metalist69 says that's probably why they stuck him on the moon. Yeah, that's probably a good place for him. I've met people where I'm like, anyway, you can go to the moon. By the way, I recently met somebody who works for NASA, and they said that I think that they're trying to go to other planets, and the way to do it would be to start I think a hydrogen station or something on the moon, because if you can start from the moon, even though it's not that far away, it's beyond our atmosphere, so that already eliminates a major difficult part of getting somewhere. You just, at that point, if you're on the moon, you just point somewhere and then you can go. But they have to have some kind of a station. So maybe that's what they're referring to here. What's this? Am I on the pole? What is this? Little crater there. All right, let's pull out our signal scope. That's the sun. Did we talk to harmonica guy yet? I guess we could go there. Where is that? Let's... Oh, you can zoom in. Oh, yeah, that's that planet. What's this planet? So there's all these different planets, and some of them we've been to and some we haven't. Get on the pole if you have to. No judgment here. Gold Omen says, any tips for an up-and-coming chef on a spaceship, Henry? Anything you should think about in space? Well, I definitely, I think music would have to be there. You'd have to have something to kill the time, because it looks to me like there's a lot of time killing. And you're going to want to have your cooking tools. Gary Busey ASMR says, looking forward to seeing you live at the end of the month, September 21st, Naperville, Illinois. There's only about 7 or 8 tickets left, and it's going to be an incredibly good time. Okay, this is our guy. I think it's time to go back to the ship. Where's our ship here? It's the other way. Oh, what's that? Have we talked to Church? Okay. We gotta get to our ship. Are we getting closer to it? 106 meters. How do we get to our ship? We're getting further. What is this? Oh, this might be that guy's ship. Can we go in? Nah. Okay. But see, I would get the feeling that that guy's probably explored everything there is to be explored on here. What's this? Oh, this is the same guy. All right. How do... Every direction that I go... Okay, now I'm finally heading toward the ship here. I really do feel like I'm... Uh-oh, 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. Oh, shit. We better get out of here. Let's get in our ship. Is this like a cliff to the edge of... What is that? Whoa. Oh, that's our ship. Okay. Nope. Kind of floating around here. Ow. Okay, let's get back up there. Okay, great. That was a successful mission. We're back in our ship. Let's return the suit. I'd like to. And let's take a quick pause here while we try out one of our cookies. And check in with the chat a little bit here and see what you guys are up to. The Dandy Trucker resubscribed for 10 months. Says, have fun. I got a little seasick playing this game. Yeah, no, the gravity thing is kind of tough. Ow. The Chunk says, you know, you can just keep the suit on. It's handy in case something happens and you get a crack in your windshield. Is that true? But doesn't it use fuel or oxygen or something? I didn't know that. Mila Rapa, thanks again for subscribing. And Savory Cookie Time. You're absolutely right, Mountain Badger. All right, so once again, this is what we have. These are savory cookies. They're made of tomato and cheese and some parsley and greens and stuff. If you want to see their version, and I think ours probably looks just as tasty, meaning theirs doesn't look that tasty either. They made more of them, of course, but I'm going to go ahead and just take one of these and see what we've got to work with here. But you got to train your palate to not be expecting something sweet. That's the problem here, because when you think you're about to eat something sweet and it's savory, that's a problem. I guess technically it should taste like pizza. You know what? Mushroom Jesus says it looks yummy. It doesn't look that bad, but it could be the fact that I used the wheat flour, which is very dry or something, or bland. It come to think of it, we really didn't put any seasonings in there. We put some smoked Pampika, which I think was probably an okay idea. Maximus, King of Spain, says, I think it was because we did not freeze the butter. Yeah, that might have been a more important thing than I thought. I'm going to try one of the other ones and see if it's better. I might have just gotten a bad bite. Also, the parsley, I feel like I'm just basically eating a raw plant or something. Like maybe we should have cooked the parsley ahead of time. I'm kind of afraid to do this now. It does look kind of tasty. It looks like it'd be a nice little pizza bite or something. Natty says vegan cookies. Yeah, I could probably push them on my neighbors and say, hey, these are vegan cookies, and maybe that'll sell it a little bit, because vegan cookies, they're used to having stuff not taste that great. Nah, I'm tired of eating this. I think it's the flour, probably. This is crap. I'm sorry. I don't like to waste food, but what did we really waste? Maybe a little bit of flour and some sun-dried tomatoes, but computer, stop. This was not good by any means. This was bad food. So I assume that the recipe probably would have been better if I would have followed all the directions, but this tasted like shit. And I don't think I'm going to make this again. Pancake King says a successful failure then, right on. No, this is just a failed failure. Well, a successful failure, I guess technically. It's a single negative. That timer means we have to show an ad. I'm going to wash that down with some root beer, but then we'll play out maybe one more adventure on the game. And check in with my cat roast beef here. Constantly shifting positions. He's really trying to get comfortable by changing to different directions. It's interesting how cats do that the same way people do. Boy, I can't get rid of the taste. Maybe it's the tomato also, but anyway. JSBX fan says maybe throw it into a frittata that you season. That's not a bad idea. Blurry Little Quest, can we bring these cookies to the big game? Yeah, that would probably be one way to get rid of them. Just, when everybody's going to a potluck or something, you can just sort of sneak these in there and then not tell anybody that you made them. Okay, so we're going to show a quick ad for the unsubs, and then we're going to continue with Outer Wilds. And meanwhile, we'll just chat here amongst the subs. Here we go. Milarepa62 says, put the cookies into vanilla ice cream. Yeah, or just eat vanilla ice cream. Honestly, at that point, if you have vanilla ice cream, there'd be no reason to put these in there. So, let's talk a little bit. There was something I was going to say, and I seem to have forgotten. Nora Borel says the recipe creator should have made a bigger deal about the butter in the freezer. Yeah. I mean, they only mentioned it once, so how was I supposed to know that that's what they wanted me to do, that it was that important? Because I think it really did ruin it. Everyone type Forson says, whoa, Henry once bought Tom Cruise a hot dog in New York City. Somewhere there's a picture of me and Tom Cruise. It's on my Instagram. Tostada Turtle says that hot dog made Tom Cruise join Scientology. That could be. Hey, Josiah from Orcamine, what's up? Glad to see you're still playing Outer Wilds, one of my favorite games ever. Oh, that's cool, Josiah. Yeah, and I want to say, since you're a musician, I like the music. I think it's really cool. Let me see if I can pick my way through it by ear. I know it starts with some kind of a triad. Wait. Something like that. But it's an octave lower. Yeah. If you guys get a chance, go check out Orcamind at Orcamind here on Twitch. They do great music, a lot of video game covers. They even do some Jose Suicidio covers. Josiah Everhart and Michelle Hafey from Orcamind. Josiah, tell us when you stream. I guess you probably have a schedule on there. But we dropped in a couple weeks ago and it was a lot of fun. Okay, enough guitar. We're going to play out this adventure. I want so much to eat these cookies only because I'm so hungry, but they're so nasty. Okay, Josiah Eberhardt says, yeah, we stream Monday through Friday, usually around 6 p.m. Eastern, so that would be 3 p.m. Pacific. Okay. Well, that's very cool to see. We dropped in and had a blast watching your channel. So it's called Orcamind, Orcamind, and they make music, and it's really good. And a lot of video game covers, too. Stabby7 says, why isn't there a special name for the tops of your feet? I guess nobody ever had to refer to them. That's usually when there's not a name for something. It's when there was no confusion about what they were. All right, let's go back to the game. I'm going to make sure I turned off the oven. Yeah, I did. Okay, well, this was minimal damage today, at least, because I don't have to eat this, and I didn't really waste much food, just some flour, some whole wheat flour, which might have been another part of the problem. Okay, let's go to outer space and see what's going on here. Okay, so let's blast off. See you later, moon. Let's get away from the sun, though, for sure. Did anybody see the new Planet of the Apes movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Why do I feel like I'm getting sucked into the sun? I'm trying to get away from it. Am I closer to it? No. Okay, good. We're getting further away. The new Planet of the Apes was great. I love, I think they're 4 for 4 on this new, what's this? That? How come it's not letting me go into it? Oh. The Interloper. Is that like a comet or something? Oh, I'm on autopilot. No. I don't want to go to the sun. Come on, stop. Alright, I need to get to a safe distance from the sun, because that will kill us. So, let's find another planet to go to from a safe distance. Giant's Deep, we did. Hollow's Lantern, I think that might... Dark Bramble, let's go to... Well, did we do that one? Interloper. Let me know if you guys have suggestions. I think Dark Bramble. What's that? I think we've done it, but Horseman says the comet we didn't do. Oh, so you can do the comet. All right, let's go to Dark Bramble. The white thing surrounded by junk is the white hole. It's where you get slat out of when you go into the black hole. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we're on our way to Dark Bramble, and we might have been there. I don't remember, though. Let's see what there is to explore there. Accelerating toward destination, firing retro rockets. We're getting very close to landing here. We gotta stay away from that damn sun. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, let's land. Did we do this? You gotta admit, I've gotten better at landing. Oh, I remember this. Wait, is this where we saw that? This is where we got eaten by that creature. Whoa. We're sinking. This is a trip. Yeah. There was a creature that killed us. So we gotta watch out for that. I'm gonna land. Ow. That landing could have been better. Just keep sinking here. Let's unbuckle. Let's get out. Put on the suit. Surprised we haven't died in a while. Link's Deity, do you want a spoiler clue? You know, I'd be okay with that. We'll see what chat thinks, but I'm okay with it because we've been doing a lot of just sort of aimless going around here. So unless anybody has a real objection to it, absolutely, Link's Deity, please, by all means, give us a little... Are those emojis that you don't want to have a spoiler? Oh, they're blind, but they can hear you. Okay, I'm gonna take that, and so that means that I should not move. Well, wait a second, how can I do anything with that? That's my ship. So you say creatures, does that mean there's more of them? Oh, the computer in the ship will tell me clues on what to do next. Okay, I'll go back to that then. But right now, let's just kind of... I think I'm probably gonna die. But right now, let's just kind of see what's out here. There's a lot of nothingness. Okay, what's... Oh, wait. Oh, is that one of the creatures right there? Holy shit. I think I can launch the scout. that music happen when I'm dying? Take pictures. Oh shit. Go to the orange. Oh, that? Okay. If you say so. Am I gonna hit the surface? Can I go in this thing? It's not easy to navigate here. Get in it. Oh shit. Oh. Got killed. I want to get into that orange thing though. Alright, I'm going to go back there one time and we're going to try to get into the orange thing. And then we got to finish. Because I have to actually make something that I can actually eat. Thanks, Kairosa. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to go back to Dark Bramble and we're going to get in that orange thing and see what's in there. The reason I didn't want to get in it at first was because I'm conditioned to understand that oranges tend to be suns and they always kill us. But we're completely revived. What the hell is that? I'm gonna put on this. No, I'm not. I don't need this suit. Sorry, that's probably a collector. That's all it ever is. Okay, Dark Brambles, here we go. Nope. That's Timber Hearth, we just got off of there. Dark Bramble, there we go. We're going back, guys. We're gonna get that orange thing, we're gonna see what it is. Accelerating toward destination. Quick check on roast beef. Wait. Okay, here we go. Dark Bramble. What a strange looking planet this is. Ow! That could have been better. I've got to make some repairs, but I don't even think we're going to do that. I think we're going to just descend into... Jeez Louise. We're going to descend into the depths. Where's all that stuff? Where's the fog? How come it's not foggy here anymore? I want to go to the orange thing. Oh, do I have to get out, maybe? descending. I feel bad for that one person who had to bail because it was too... This is the same planet, right? Name's Jeff. One says, "Is this the Outer Worlds? Outer Wilds?" Yeah, it's really cool. I'm just spinning around. Okay, I'm gonna get out. I think. No, I want to get. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna unbuckle. How come I don't see any of that stuff? I guess I landed in a different part of the planet. Okay, very low gravity here. Now I'm back in the ship. I don't want to be back in the ship. Okay. Come on. Alright, sorry, I keep getting back in the damn ship by accident. Okay. I'm gonna walk away from the ship. Oh, there's the fog stuff. We gotta get into that. Descend into it. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm having a very difficult time navigating here. There's not only no gravity, but my jetpack is having a hard time. I can't get into that thing. Here we go. Come on. This game can be very frustrating. You're right, Mountain Badger. I gotta get in there. Okay, here we go. Looks like we're heading toward it. There's the orange thing. Come on. I feel like it's messing with me. Okay, if we can get in there, we're gonna be okay. This game is really a trip. My whole body is moving forward in real life because I'm feeling like that's gonna help. Oh, come on. Bullshit. Sorry, this is really, Bone Nut, does the space... Yeah, it does, but it's not effective for some reason. I gotta get in that thing. Maybe if I can sink into it. So yeah, I'm gonna use my downward thruster, but I think there's not enough air or something for it to work. I don't understand it. Now I'm flying away, but also I suck at gaming, so I apologize. I think I'm going into orbit now. Like I'm in space. What the fuck? Okay. CC Superboy says, I think you're just going too fast for the downward thruster to do anything. Oh, really? Well, now I'm running out of fuel. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Sorry, guys. All right. Metalist69 says, it's okay, Henry. You've gotten way better in short time since you've started gaming. Thanks. All right. This is what we're going to do on Wednesday. Oh, I can't go anywhere right now. Hold on. I know that people are placing underground bets on how I'm going to die. So let's go ahead and finish for now. But what we're going to do is that on Wednesday, we know exactly where we're going. We're going to Dark Bramble, and we're going to try to get in that crater, and we're going to try to get to the orange thing. It could be that I need to be in the ship and go into that crater, and then that way, because I saw the orange thing, it was right there, but we didn't do it. But these cookies that I made today are starting to have a possible effect on my gastrointestinal system, because there's starting to be strange noises coming from my lower stomach kind of area. So I think I'm gonna have to finish right now. So I want to thank everybody so much, as always, for joining us here Sunday afternoon. Sorry that what we made today came out like shit. It was supposed to be this, but that might have been false advertising. I don't know. Only 7 or 8 tickets left for Naperville, Illinois, September 21st. Also, Fairfield, Connecticut. If you live anywhere in the Northeast region, I hope you can come to October 11th, the Fairfield Sacred Heart Community Theater. And that's, you can get tickets at henryphillips.com/tour. And also I'm going to put aprons up in stock on the store. So thanks everybody. And I just hope you had a great time. Last time we tried to do a raid, but we wound up raiding somebody who had a professional, it was just some kind of a commercial thing where they just, I'd love to raid a chef. Let's see. I want to go to food and drink. Okay, there's a bunch of food and drink one. Summer Subathon. Oh, this person looks like they're cooking up something good. I'm just going to go right to them. It's they got 59 viewers. It's called MMYUM. Is it sponsored though? I don't know. I don't want to do a sponsored one. Oh, here, let's do this. Food truck. More Than Pasta food truck, Italian sausage day. Let's do that. Hey, Mr. Gooseberry VT just resubscribed. Thank you so much, and you're on the board. And we sang you in the song today. CC Superboy, I think they're watching a video of food. Oh, is that what's happening? Chef Steve. Let's Pasta. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. This looks like a nice person. 64 viewers. Cooking in the Hearthstone and cooking in real life. Oh, it's a HelloFresh ad though. But I mean, that's not terrible. It's still a person. Cook with Kate, K-A-I-T. Types of savory. Oh, it's Kate X. Yeah, absolutely. Please give us one. Do you want to do it on your end? Okay, it's Kate X. We're gonna go ahead and raid someone. Happy Wayfarer. Okay, I'll put it in there. How come it's not coming up for me? Do I have to put the @ sign? I'm not seeing it. Maybe is it spelled differently? It says no channels found. Oh, with an exclamation point maybe? Well, tell you what, it's Kate or Kairosa. Oh, there's a Y instead of... Oh, HY. Hypey. Okay, there we go. All right, they have 21 viewers. We're going to bust in on them and see what's going on. I'm pushing raid. And sauerkraut Sunday. Okay, this is great. Thank you, It's Kate, because I am 0 for 2 in terms of finding people to raid. Okay, it's a chef raid. Here we go. 1 second. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and we're going to check in on Happy Wayfarer or Hippie Wayfarer, and let's all have a good week. Thanks again for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen, and I'll see you next time, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time.